Hello, my online students, and welcome to Math 110 College Algebra. In this video, I'm going to give you a little overview of the two programs we're going to be using for this course. The first one is D2L, and the second one is My Math Lab, or My Labs Plus. They're kind of one and the same thing. So the first thing we're going to do is log into D2L. Hopefully you guys have been there, or at least you've been to WebAdvisor before. So when I click on D2L from the home page, the user ID and the password are the same as WebAdvisor. So whatever you used in order to register for your courses. If you have questions, let me back up. If you have questions on how to log in, just go here, D2L Information and Technical Support, and then you can contact somebody if you still are not able to log in. Once you're in D2L, this is where all of your courses are going to be, both online and face-to-face. So mine is going to look a little bit different, but just because this is an instructor view. But in general, you're going to go down to 2015 summer, and then this is our course right here. Of course, it's not open yet because it does not start until May 26th. But once May 26th hits, then it'll become a link, and you can click on that there. So this will put you right into the course. And before I go any further, let me change this to the student view. So it looks more like what you guys are expecting to see. So let me just go through these buttons really quickly. First of all, we have your email up here. So there's this new Office 365 email. Hopefully that's going to be similar to our old email system. They just changed that over today, so I'm not really 100% sure there. But if you click on this, then it should give you all the email for the course. And if you do not check your D2L email address, then just go in there and change it to be automatically forwarded to a different personal email address. It's really important that you're checking your email and that you're not leaving your mailbox full. If your mailbox is full, then I will not be able to send you any emails. It'll just bounce right back to me. So up here you can see this is when you have emails. Over here you have updates. And then this is your subscription alert. So this is like your discussion board, anything that you've subscribed to. So looking at this panel here, we've got the course home, which is where we are right now. So clicking on this now is not going to do anything. Content, this is where a lot of your stuff is going to be. So we've got introductory materials and then 3 documents under there. And then module 1 is showing right now, and then you have 4 different due dates for module 1. And then as we continue along, then you'll have modules 2, 3, 4, and then also one for the final exam. So going through the introductory materials, I'm going to first look at the addendum. So the addendum is the class policy. So this is specific to my course here and how I'm going to grade you, how I'm going to mark you as present as opposed to absent, all the information that you need for this course. So it's really important that you go through this. I'm just going to briefly skim through so you can see what information is here, but it'll be up to you guys to really read this over. So, of course, at the top I have all my contact information and then my office hours over here. I'm in the library 107, so come and visit me. I can still answer your questions. Just because I'm online doesn't mean I'm not a real person. Your supplies for this course, you have to purchase My Labs Plus. We're going to go through My Labs Plus a little bit in this video to make sure you understand what you're really doing in there and the difference between D2L and My Labs Plus. But this is a requirement. This is where you get your online textbook, where you have your online homework, where you have your online quizzes, basically the content for this course. So that's really important that you purchase that. Textbook is optional. You can get the online textbook, like I said, through the My Labs Plus, so there's really no reason to have the textbook, like the hard copy of the textbook, unless you're just one of those people that works better having a hard copy in front of you. And in that case, that's totally fine. You are definitely going to need a graphing calculator for this course. I use a TI 83 and 84, and I have that program on my computer so I can show you how to use the 83 and 84 on here. Obviously, for tests, you can't come in and use your cell phone or an iPod or anything like that when you come in to take your test at the assessment center. D2L, that's where your assignments are going to be listed, your attendance. I'll show you all of that stuff so we don't have to go through that. Emails. Make sure when you're emailing me, tell me what your name is, tell me the course that you're in, and then just say, I'm in your online section, so I actually can better respond to your email. Attendance. So I'm going to show you how I take attendance. It's just based off of whatever was due that day. And that's the only way that I can mark you as present for an online course, is whether or not you're keeping up with the assignments. Next is your grades. Each module is 20%, and then there's 4 modules, so that's 80%, and then the remaining 20% is for your final exam. Each of the 20% for the modules are broken up with your 12% is tests, 4% is assignments, which is mostly my math lab homework assignments, and then a couple other things in there. 2% is your quizzes, and 2% is your projects. Your homework is due on MyLabs Plus. We will go over that calendar. Really quickly, I would definitely recommend using Firefox. Basically anything but Explorer. My math lab does not work very well on Explorer. So if you ever get an error message, just try a different browser and hopefully that'll fix it. And if it doesn't, then click on this or click on this and they will help you out. 50% credit is allowed if you turn in your homework late, but before we start the next module. There are going to be projects that you have to turn in for each module to show different applications of what we're learning. Extra credit for doing your homework. If you get a B, then you get 1 extra point on your test. If you get an A on your homework, then you get 2 extra points on your test. And of course, hopefully you had more practice with the homework, so hopefully your test grade will be higher anyways. Testing. Unless you tell me otherwise, your tests will always be in the Rock Hill Assessment Center, which is an A203. So make sure you're going there with leaving yourself enough time. Make sure you keep track of the hours that they're open. I have their website listed further down on here under all the resources. So if you need to take it somewhere else, for example, in the Chester Center or the Kershaw Center, or if you're in a different state, you need to let me know so we can find an approved testing facility. You do not take your tests online because I need to be able to look at your work and make sure you know what you're doing and be able to give you partial credit. Test extensions, if you have some sort of unavoidable circumstance, you're in the hospital or something, or you're deathly ill, let me know by the day of the test and I can give you 1 2-day extension. I can only do that for 1 test because I'm already being really flexible and I give you guys a whole week in order to finish your tests. There's no retest. Once you take it, you take it. Here's just campus resources. The most important one is the assessment center, and these are all links here. So you can see the hours to the different assessment centers where we have, and we have a new Indian Land Assessment Center in case you're interested. So yeah, you can just click on this for more information. Oh, also the tutoring center is here. B6, wonderful place to visit. And you can see I'm there 1 hour per week. You can see that at the top of this addendum for one of my office hours. Let's see, be honest, you'll be held to the code of conduct, and if you have concerns, here's contact information. So, that's the addendum, very briefly. Alright, so next up, back to our tour of D2L here, we have the calendar for the course. So I pasted the calendar up here, but I would highly recommend that you go down at the bottom and then click on the PDF and then print this off. And it's just all fits very nicely on one page, and that's what you're going to want to have it so that you can cross everything off every week and make sure you're keeping up with the assignments. So all of your due dates are Mondays and Thursdays, and you can see exactly what is due on each of those days. And MLP is MyLabs Plus, D2L, that's where we are right now. So everything is going to be on one of those 2 things. And tutoring center, like I talked about, B6. So here are the hours. They're open 9 to 7 Monday through Thursday, 9 to 12 on Fridays. And you can see that there are full-time math instructors, and we all volunteer 1 hour, well, at least 1 hour per week. Some of us are there more than 1. but there's other tutors that are there the 9 to 7 and the 9 till noon. So if you want someone specific, then you can go during these times, but otherwise it's kind of hit or miss. You don't really know exactly who you're going to get. So that's why we're giving you both those pieces of information. All right, Module 1. So here's just an overview of the objectives that you're going to learn in Module 1. And I took that calendar and I just expanded on everything a little bit more. So first you're going to review your introductory materials. You're going to watch a video from me, which is this right now. And you're going to read over the course addendum. Let me know if you're going to take a test somewhere else, right? Print up your course calendar, so all that stuff that we already went over. You can follow this along, right? Of course, introduce yourself, take your pre-test. We'll talk more about that in a minute. So all of your assignments are always going to be listed on here, and then all of the documents or the links are automatically listed below. So those are your 4 different due dates and all of those assignments for Module 1. So everything is due on Mondays and Thursdays because those are the dates where the assessment center is open later. It's open until 9 p.m. So if you only have the weekends to do this online course, then make sure you're doing 2 days worth of material, so that you can stay on top of it and that you're not going to miss any of your deadlines. Okay, this is the very last date that everything is due that's listed here, but all of Module 1 is already open and all of your tests will be there at least a week, so don't think that you have to do it on that day. That's obviously not recommended, is just to do it on that day. Okay, back up here we have discussions. I have 2 different discussion boards that are already started. This is the introduction, so we can meet everyone in this class, and then here's just for content questions. The next one over, you have Dropbox, like we had in the addendum. There is 1 different Dropbox assignment for each module, and it's just a way of applying the concepts that we learned. Quizzes, we are not using that at all. Checklists, we are not using that at all. You can ignore that. Class list, here are the students that are in this class, so you can contact one another if you'd like. Start to form study groups, that would be an awesome idea. Here are your grades, so you can see everything that I am going to use to, come up with your final grade in this course. So make sure you're keeping track of that. All of your final grades are going to be in here. MyLabs Plus is connected to D2L, however your grades do not automatically transfer over like I wish that they did. So like I said in the addendum, you do have the ability to turn in your homework late, your MyLabs Plus assignments. MLP is always MyLabs Plus. So I have to wait until that late day is over, and then I can finally put your grade in here. So don't expect those to go up automatically because I have to wait until everyone's actually updated, and then I can put those in here. Attendance. Attendance, if you click on here, then you can see which assignments are going to count for that day's attendance. And the policy of the college is you cannot miss more than 10% of the course or you may be withdrawn. So in a summer course, that's only 2 classes. So if you're missing more than 2 classes worth, then you may be withdrawn from the class. So what does that mean to miss a day? That means that you did none of the things listed on time. Let's say that you started the 1.2 homework and you didn't do any of this other stuff, then that's fine. You get, obviously that's not good for your grade, but as far as your attendance, you would get credit for the attendance for that day. So as long as you at least start one of the items that's listed in here, you'll have credit for that day. Yeah, and hopefully that's explained right here. All right, and let me get back to the course home. So either under content, you saw that My Math Lab or MyLabs Plus was listed as a link, or you can go up here and MyLabs Plus is listed as a link. So let me click on that one and we'll start up our second video on going over MyLabs Plus, which is where a lot of the content is in this course. And hopefully it will load very soon. Here we go. and it should automatically load you into this course, and you do not have to log in a separate time.